see it as a power grab by the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, but he says the move was necessary to correct an imbalance of power. Our Middle East correspondent Tom Bateman reports, applause. Streets of Israel were soaked in anger moments after one of the most contested laws in the country's history was passed. Anti-government protesters were being blasted with water cannon, and the rage towards Mr. Netanyahu or Bibi was boiling over. This is my country and baby not supposed to be. We need to be here. I starve in the army. I have 3 little boys, and I want to continue to stay in my country and outside the Israeli parliament. A showdown. Today's vote, they said, was a red line. These protesters, and now they're trying to prove it. The security forces using a van. These are unprecedented scenes. The Israeli leader has just had surgery to fit a pacemaker. He appeared amid the increasingly fraught atmosphere. The opposition shouted shame as the critical vote neared, and they walked out claiming historic changes were being rammed through, opening a door to dictatorship. There is no prime minister in Israel. Netanyahu has become a puppet on the strings of messianic extremists. But tonight, Mr. Netanyahu dismissed his critics. Today we carried out a required democratic move. The move was aimed at restoring a degree of balance between the branches of government which we had for 50 years, but with the protests set to intensify, the mood is one of deepening crisis. There is escalating violence in the region. The absence of any political horizon in the wider conflict and Israel's occupation of the Palestinian territories, now anti-government dissent, is spreading into the security establishment, and Israel's internal divisions have rarely felt this severe. Well, I've been speaking to Professor Amichai Morgan, visiting fellow in Israel Studies at Stanford University in California. I asked him how damaging this all is for Mr. Netanyahu's government. Extremely damaging. Israelis have been protesting for the last 6 months. But there was hope that at the very last moment, as is typical of Netanyahu, he would seek to reach some kind of compromise and try to alleviate the incredibly high tensions in the countries. But that did not happen, and that, I think, has been a real shock to many Israelis, and we can see that being manifested in country.